Good morning, everybody. It is October 6th. It is Tuesday. I hope you had a great long weekend. We are officially done with Unit 1. So you should have taken the Unit 1 exam this past week. And if you haven't, please let me know because we can go over it together if you need help with it. And just kind of a reminder, guys, we did go over it in class. So I highly suggest you coming to class because I promise we go over all the assignments and exams when we have them. Okay, so I promise coming to class really does help you be successful. All right, so moving on again, we're starting Unit 2 this week, and we're going to go on in Unit 2 for about 3 weeks. So, Unit 2, kind of what we're thinking about during this whole time is what can we do about society's problems? And this is in the time period of 1890 to 1820. Or I'm sorry, 1920. 1890 to 1920. So, during this time period, remember we had just in Unit 1 talked about the Second Industrial Revolution. So, in the Second Industrial Revolution, all these technologies were coming about. So, with all of these technologies and all these technological advances that were coming out, lots of factories were coming up. Lots of struggling farmers and these immigrants were moving to these big cities so that they could find jobs. And with all these millions of people moving to all these big cities came lots of kind of problems because there was lots more people living in these areas. So people weren't treated right. People weren't getting paid as well. Workers' rights really weren't a thing. Um, Children were being employed and not being treated right. So, all of these huge kind of problems came about during this time, even though we were finding progression uh, during this time with all of the technology that came about. So, to help us think about all of this and how we can help these society problems, uh, we have these 6 supporting questions. All right, so specifically this week, we're going to go over the first 2 supporting questions, which is what political movements impacted this time period, and then how did government and political groups deal with farmers, urbanization, monopolies, and child labor. So, first off, we're going to talk about supporting question number 1. So, that's going to be an assignment that I'm actually going to post this morning with this front loading video. So, again, this is a front loading video that I'm talking in now. As I have the past few weeks, I turn it into an ed puzzle. So, this is going to be an assignment. And then you're also going to have this political movement impact assignment as well. It's going to look something like this, okay? So you're going to open the slides and you're going to use the slides to answer the questions that come along with it. Okay, um, so I suggest putting them kind of side by side so it kind of helps you follow along as you answer the questions. Okay, so to kind of show you all, it says so there's going to be 2 parts. So part one is 14 questions. And then there's part 2, which is a chart that you're going to fill out. Okay. So part 1 starts at slide 3. All right. So here's slide 3. And you're going to answer the 2 questions under slide 3. All right. And then so on. So slide 4 has 1 question. Slide 5 has 2 questions. And there's a true and false on slide 5. So I'm just asking you to highlight whichever answer you think is correct. Okay. Here's the highlight. So you can choose whatever pick or whatever color you want, but that's how you highlight. Okay. Um, so this is what you all are going to use for that first assignment, and this is going to help you think about how to answer supporting question number 1. And guys, if you don't remember in these past 2 exams, this is your exam. All right. So when you answer these supporting questions, I really want you to think about it because this is going to be in your exam in the future. Okay. And then later this week, we're going to talk about how did government or political groups deal with farmers, urbanization, monopolies, and child labor. So that is going to be later this week. Again, guys, if you just come to class, we'll go over the assignment, and by the end of class, you'll have all your assignments completed. Okay? So if you all have any questions for me, please reach out, get this front loading video done, and then come to class, and we can get everything going. All right. I want y'all to be successful in this class. So reach out to me if you need to and come to class, and I will see you some point this week. Bye, guys.